Well, in case you were wondering what that pile was there, that is a spring load of 50 yards of cow manure, which I'm going to probably spread that in the next day or two out at the garden section there. Then I'll plow it up so it gets in a little deeper, and then if this weather continues to stay like this, I'll end up well, we got to rototill first. Rototill it all in, give it a little time, and then probably, I mean, I do remember planting peas in April. So, and it is April. So in a couple weeks, I could potentially be planting peas if it's going to stay. I mean, Friday's supposed to be, I think, 70. They still have little piles of snow over here. Good for them.
On the shady side.
On the shady side, right. I tried to explain that to the kids the other day. Why snow was on one side, why it wasn't. Right. I'm not sure they quite got that. Alright, we're coming up to Lake Willoughby, which I wanted to find out if the ice is gone, which I was hoping the ice would be gone so I could go kayaking, but that's not looking. Go a little bit, right?
Not worth digging it out.
Yeah, that's it. And I will go a little farther and see. But I could go along the edges, but I thought this would be a lot more unfrozen by now. Well, that's why I figure we'll go farther up. Well, you can get along the edge over here. It won't take long. Well, you can get in back there. So let's see. So up here, the ice is all off this part of Lake Willoughby, and it's just blowing up to that side on the south side. So I think we could break out the kayaks. I don't know either, but this is only a couple miles from the house. You got to wear your wetsuit because that water is still really cold right now. It's falling. Yep. There's plenty of water coming. Huh. I didn't realize this had a name. Peter Gilman built the first road along Willoughby Lake. Well, 1892, I think. I don't know if I can get that plaque. Well, that's as best as I can get it. So there's where the sort of ice line in the lake is from being blown in. So we're coming up to it. Let's see if you can see it. No, not saying, I don't think. In a couple days, depending on the weather, it'll either be good to kayak or actually done, open for the whole thing. Well, that's 50 yards of manure all spread out. I gotta let it dry out a little bit, and then I can spread it a little better. But right now it's, you know, it's kind of wet and moist. So hopefully another day or so it'll dry out. I can spread it a little better. There's places like over in here, it's kind of thick and thinner down there. So I'll get that spread out, but basically this weather keeps up, probably another couple weeks at the most, I'll definitely be considering planting the peas, snow peas, shelling peas, all those things that will do perfectly fine in the cold. And it's a gamble still, yeah, but so we'll see what happens. Well, I got the manure all spread, and I've got to figure out a way to, I either need like a single bottom plow or a middle buster, something to flip the dirt so that I can mix the dirt in with it before it gets rototilled. But so far I haven't had any luck in that regard. We'll see how it goes. Headed down to St. Johnsbury because I've got to go to Whirligig Brewery and bring them the coffee that Jeff uses to make the stout with. So I don't know how long that sits, but it depends, of course, when he starts it. But every time he makes the stout with our Bolivian coffee there, I roasted 5 days beforehand. So it's got the same flavors. Then the day he's going to put it in to brew, I grind it up and bring it down to him, which is what I'm doing today. And then after that, I really don't know how many days it takes before that happens. But every time he's done it, it's sold out in like a day or two at the most. So it's a good thing for everybody. And people came up to me this winter at the mountain and asked, so when can I get some more of that stout? And I said, well, you have to check their website and see when it's coming up. But it's been good. Yeah, so in the continuation of strange years, I mean, you know, I went skiing the other day. I'll probably still get to do a little bit more skiing, some other places, but I'm playing in the garden. You know, the dirt is dried out enough. It's going to be another, I think, almost 70 on Friday. There's no snow in the forecast. There's no rain, really. I have this feeling it could be a really dry spring summer, which isn't going to be the greatest for the garden. And then we'll have to be careful as far as the well, because we don't want to use too much if there was ever like a real bad droughty thing. Even though we've got a drilled well, it can still get problems. So I don't know, probably, like I said, I think probably in a week or two, a couple weeks at the most, if I get everything ready in the dirt, I'll probably start planting peas. What's that? Oh, that's a turkey in the road that didn't quite make it across. Somebody didn't stop and pick them up either. It just seems like 2020 just doesn't want to quit. So just one strange thing after another. It is how it is. It is changing, getting better, but I think it's still, my personal opinion is, it's still got a ways to go, because there's so many people who aren't going to get vaccinated. It's doing stuff now with kids. If the variants, all kinds of things are going to happen. And it's unfortunate that it couldn't have been just dealt with in a quicker fashion. Sort of like you either pull the Band-Aid off and it's going to hurt for a quick bit, or you're going to pull it off slow and it's going to take a while as you slowly peel the Band-Aid. I think that's the method we've been going with. I would have rather have seen the hard, painful one last year, but not my choice. So I'm going down here. This is where the bike path, the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail, or I think that's what oh, and she's looking good. Yeah, so I think, I don't know if I'll get, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow, Sid and I'll come up here and ride that trail. We'll see. Well, coffee's delivered. I don't know what else I gotta do today. Well, I'm gonna try to find that plow attachment so that when that manure in the garden dries out, I can flip the dirt and then flip it again and then rototill it and then go from there. But I think it could be a little tricky finding that part this year, so we'll just have to wait and see. So tomorrow, skiing, kayaking, biking, dirt work, choices. Coffee roasting too. Although I'm pretty stocked up on the coffee. Yeah, a couple I could roast, but lots of choices for tomorrow.